Sila, and this is my first ever ASMR video. I've been wanting to do ASMR for a very long time. I grew up watching it and still love it to this day. I'm obsessed with China Unique ASMR, Oceans ASMR, MC ASMR, and so many others. I think I was always a little too nervous or embarrassed, which I shouldn't be, to start a channel. But I bought this mic for music purposes and thought, why not try it out? And so today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite VHS movies I have and DVDs. I hope you enjoy. The first movie I've got on this big pile is The Shining. I love this movie. It's probably my second favorite horror movie. I think the first has to be Hereditary. Everybody loves that movie because it's so good. It makes me cry because I get so scared from it. I love Shelley Duvall in this movie. Jack Nicholson kills it. It's just so fun to watch. It's scary, but it's not too scary. So it's super rewatchable. And it's awesome. I guess it's my favorite Kubrick movie. I think it's definitely the one I've seen the most. Moving on. This is my prized possession. This is my copy of Gummo. It's signed Happy Birthday, Sila by Harmony Korine. Such a pretentious thing I just said. I love Bunny Boy. This movie is so funny. I saw it for the first time and didn't love it. I liked it, but wasn't like wowed by it. And then I saw it in a theater full of people at a midnight movie, and everyone was laughing. And I had never realized how funny it was, and it made me appreciate it way more. The next movie is Jackass #2. This is my favorite of all the Jackasses. I've is, I think, the nastiest of all of the stunts, and they all involve Steve. As you can see, we're doing the DVDs first. Next movie is Eternal Sunshine. I love this movie. I have a poster of it, but I don't think you can see it. It's behind me. This movie is kind of just kind of has all of my favorite things in a movie in a way. It's got just a tragic story. It's got two amazing actors, but it's also like quirky and thought-provoking and funny and just sweet and sad and like so human. It just has such a good cast. And the like overall concept, without even thinking about how good the movie is or all of the actors, just the idea that there would be this service that could remove someone from your brain is such a cool concept and so real. Next movie is Super Bad. This is like top 10 comedies for me. Another one of my favorite comedies is coming up. And Jonah Hill and Michael Cera are just the perfect age. In this movie, they're so believable as high schoolers. I mean, everybody loves this movie. And for good reason. I also just love a Judd Apatow movie. Anything he's got his hands on, it's usually good. Next movie is my favorite movie, Donnie Darko. I think I decided this was my favorite movie when I was like 14 or 15. And it's always stuck with me. Rewatching it now, I can definitely see how it's corny in some ways, but I still love it. It just like, it gets me every time. Next movie is Lost in Translation. This is my favorite Sofia Coppola movie, and honestly, the only one I've seen that I like. Priscilla and Virgin Suicides. I haven't seen The Bling Ring. That's Oliver's, right? I think I'm forgetting one, but I can't remember. Clearly, I just love a drama with some romance, some soul-crushing romance. And I just love Bill Murray and ScarJo. I just love movies with good actors in them. I think is what it is. Their dynamic in this movie is just so, it's just so perfect. It's not creepy at all. It's not and it could, easily have teetered in that direction, but it's not. It's just so, beautiful and sad and loving and complicated, and I love that it's set in Tokyo. It always makes me cry. Moving on to VHS, we've got Fargo. This is my favorite Coen Brothers movie by far. It's got Steve Buscemi in it. What's her name? Frances McDormand. I always forget her name. It's funny. It's dark. It's just awesome. Next movie is Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me. This is another comedy I love. Specifically this one. The first one is also good, but I love this one because it's got Mini-Me in it. I also love Heather Graham. She's so good in Boogie Nights. She'd be a fun person in that movie, Roller Girl, to dress up as for Halloween. I need to add that to my list. This next movie is so important to me. I don't even know if I would really recommend it, because I feel like my viewpoint is so warped because I grew up watching this movie, and I think that's baked into the reason why I love it so much. The movie is Big Fish. So nostalgic. And such a whimsical and sad and just beautiful movie. So whimsical though, in a way, and fantasy based. Fucking Danny DeVito is in it as a corny. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that perfectly describes it. Here's a little quote from the back. It just says, "A modern day Wizard of Oz. It totally has those vibes." a serious role, and I love when he takes a comedy role. But I love when comedians, after a while, take more serious roles. I think if you're funny, you kind of have to be able to unlock that serious and kind of sad demeanor as well. You gotta have duality. Next up is everybody's favorite, Pulp Fiction. I did not buy this for $19.99, by the way. First time I watched this movie, I didn't really like it because I had such high expectations, because everyone's obsessed with it. And I didn't realize before watching it that it was broken up into like stories. So I was kind of disappointed by that. But then I watched it again and I loved it, and every time since I've loved it. It's just awesome. If you don't like this movie, I think you're just trying to go against the grain a little. I don't think John Travolta is sexy in general, even in Grease, but here, he is so sexy with long hair and his demeanor. I think I once had a dream about him. Next we've got, by far, the movie I've seen the most. It's just so good. It's Catch Me If You Can. I love this movie. It's so rewatchable. I don't even know why. I will say, I think something almost automatically becomes rewatchable for me if Leonardo DiCaprio's in it, because I just know it's gonna be good for the most part, unless it's like The Great Gatsby or something. It's a Steven Spielberg film. The last movie I have to talk about with y'all is just incredible. It is Steel Magnolias. This movie is just so special. If you're a Southern girl, I think it should be mandatory to watch this, because you're just gonna love it. But it so perfectly captures just like how sweet and nurturing and kind women are to each other. It's just one